Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have two new agents profiles. I would have wanted to get a couple more. To be honest, the first time I thought they would be releasing one per day, but since they released a couple last time and they released two more a couple days ago, I wait to see if they would release more, but here we go.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Cherub. Specialty, Warden. Cherub belongs to the clone hybrids known as the Empty Cohort. It was designed to be an Advent soldier, but was awoken after the Psi network collapsed. Unable to receive Advent indoctrination.
It didn't look really like an Advent, but fine.
Physically deadly, but mentally untainted. Highly capable, but without a purpose. Reclamation was happy to give him one.
Wow. Those are really short, but interesting. Okay, it's more the fact that the cartoonish, maybe, but it didn't look really like an Advent. Again, don't have a. It would be probably. I should probably hear that here. It's there. And let's now remind, now that I notice, kind of a Lancer style of armor. Interesting, more look like the Advent Lancer, but his kind of capabilities go more towards the Shield Bearer. But it's fine. I found it interesting, the relationship now, how it's gonna be, if we're gonna have. But again, that's the thing. XCOM goes more around, we build the mechanics and we build story around it, and we don't care. We care, but we don't really go that much further on any story plots. Again, that's one of the greatest thing in some ways. One of the great things about XCOM, allows you to fill in the blanks and how a lot of the things happen. Now, it's gonna be interesting. Because the way the game is gonna be, I doubted that we're gonna have much banter about it, but okay. And it's interesting because that is one of the things. Then I always kind of thought about it after. What would happen with the Advent soldiers, not only the Advent soldiers, but most of the aliens, after the psionic link is broken, because that was something that really kind of controlled they in many ways. For example, you have the Psi towers, you could make they go berserk, you could stop they, you could do a lot of things, and now that link is gone, because I don't think he has a chip or something, we can kind of see, I think. It doesn't, I don't know, because I think this image is really after they release him, so there would not be a scar here. But yeah, that's a possibility. The true, those being the true free. Okay, last one for today, Patchwork.
Reclamation Agency Field Evaluation. Call sign, Patchwork. Specialty, Operator.
Interesting.
Patchwork is the soldier Advent never intended to make. After losing 3 limbs during the invasion, she was fitted with cybernetic prosthetics and used as propaganda. But the propaganda failed on its own subject, and Patchwork defected to XCOM.
Huh. There's two things that I found very interesting here. One, the White Viper. I don't. Okay. That's interesting. I know if I really know, then the Viper that we're gonna have on our team is. Well, on the climate of today, that's gonna be an amazing thing to say. Let's call it gray, right? So we don't offend anyone on the job here. So, and because of we know, quote unquote, we know that this type of scale color came because the lack of influence of the holy shit, the lack of alien influence, because the quote unquote alpha version of it had the same style of skin, has the same skin color, and its children too. And that's kind of very interesting to see then that is something that we didn't see because this was Advent propaganda, but we didn't. I never thought we would be seen because we never saw propaganda pushing aliens like the Viper, like mutants or other things working alongside humans. We mostly the only ones that we saw was sectoids and the Elder, quote unquote. Even the sectoids were the one that was mostly around the people, and it's fun. Holy shit, the worst possible moment. It looks like Tigan, so who knows? Not only that, but well, it's interesting to know that during the war, prosthetics were that well developed. Sadly, we didn't have that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna work. Not only the if this is Tigan, how we gonna know about prosthetics and the difference between the Viper, because that's the thing. I've When they showed the Viper and it was a quote unquote grayskin one, I said, "Oh, that's kind of neat. It makes quote unquote sense, since without the aliens there would not be genetic engineering on the alien species. So maybe the quote unquote next batch would return more to their original species type." That's a fucking strange thing to talk about it, but I found it interesting. Sadly, today we only have those two agents profiles. I'm looking forward to the to the Viper and the Mutant, because I really kind of want to know what happened about like the Advent. We can maybe have an idea because, like or not, we interact with Betos, we interact with Predal Mox, so we kind of know around how things go on their head, but we don't know how much things go around the head with the aliens because they were really most of the. I think primarily the mutant is one of the most that I'm most interested about because they are really genetic engineering to be the frontline soldiers for the aliens. So it would be interesting to know why or how they would defect or something along those lines. Vipers, I can kinda see because somewhat before they were quote unquote free, you would have they were the Thin Man, so they may have some genetic thing with, I don't know. Some of they may have some training about society, and that may be one of the reasons. Probably not, because Thin Men and Vipers are too distant. They are similar species, I think, but very distant genetically. Probably, I don't know. But no matter what, I will be here for the next two. And one thing, the beard guy that appear on the Advent one, the hybrid, I think he's one of the members of the squad too. I'm doing that guess. Interesting enough, I'm still. It's fun. Then they say she goes for XCOM, not generic resistance type, and I'm sensing in many ways that is a very different thing. XCOM itself and the resistance. Oh, I didn't had noticed that. Um, because we have, for example, the Gunslinger. He has the XCOM patch. He's the only one until now that we saw a really XCOM's memorabilia. Not memorabilia. We don't know what happened to XCOM itself, and that is on itself one of the things that I really want to know about it. What really happened to us, XCOM as an organization? Not only XCOM, but skirmishers, the Templar. The Templars probably fuck off to space, but and the cartel, not a cartel, the Reapers. I don't know because every time they are something cartel on my playthrough, and just to prove me wrong, probably last playthrough they weren't. But you get the drift, ladies and gentlemen. That was it for now. See you on the next agent profile or on 24th game release. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This was the video. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave it a dislike. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. And if you want to see what the hell is gonna be coming next on this mess, subscribe. And see you guys on the next episode.